The quiet moments at the start of the day, there is peace. My peace is my family. Family is the rhythm that we always return to, not just a name or a place on a map, but a circle of hearts where we find our path. Family are our first cheerleaders, our first friends, the ones who laugh when we laugh, the ones who hold steady when the winds blow, and the first ones that hold our hands. That's family.
Hi, how you doing? It's Mac here, and we're on day 2 of our family adventure back in the U.S. We haven't been here in about a year, so if you're new, this is a 20-day tour that we're going to take across the U.S. It's starting here in the D.C. area. Then we're going to head down to Charleston, South Carolina, head over on a long trip across Arkansas, Tennessee, Texas. But right now, we're in Southern Maryland at one of my favorite places. We used to spend a lot of time here in Southern Maryland shopping with the Amish, and I'm in the Amish shop right now. We're going to hit several of the places we used to go to today and just kind of go around and take a look at some of the great things that they used to have, some of the things they still have, some of the great items that we bought, and see what else is for sale. So let's go hang out with the Amish.
The Amish community in Southern Maryland, especially in the St. Mary's County area, has a relatively recent history compared to the older Amish settlements in Pennsylvania and Ohio. Blair and I discovered the community in 2011 when we moved to Southern Maryland and bought a home and a farm. That was our first introduction to Amish craftsmanship. Over the next few years, we learned so much about the community, and we bought so many different products there. Our beds, tables, chairs, storage closets, farming equipment, farming feed, all came from the Amish. If you know anything about me, you know that I love arts and crafts and craftsmen, and I feel as though the Amish are some of the best craftsmen. They produce magnificent wares. On the hunt for new household goods and wares, Blair and I decided to head down to Southern Maryland to spend some time with the Amish, and to spend some time with the merchants that we used to spend a lot of time with in the past. Here is another Amish shop. They do furniture here, but it says it's closed today. The first shop that we went to, they do a lot out of, I guess it's a plastic type material. We bought something from them years ago. It's over in England with us now. We still have it, still looks great. This is a place that we bought some furniture from before. I think we got a desk out of here, possibly, or we bought a bookcase. I can't remember. But we're gonna go and try to find a few other shops. This one's closed today. I wish we could check it out. But let's keep going. There are a lot of really wonderful Amish shops down here, and this is something that we used to do all the time when we lived in Southern Maryland, which is spend a lot of time really enjoying time with the Amish and enjoying the wares that they make. Wow, that's a lot of eggs, and people complaining about eggs. Eggs, 4 dozen. What else we got over here? Cheese, yeah. Some cheese. Here's some milk. We're looking for quilts though.
That you see in my
This for your red beans and rice, right?
Yeah, that's what it looked like.
Yeah, it look like beans for your red beans and rice. Red peas. Red peas and rice.
Maybe say beans.
Beans, yeah. This make a good sized pot of them? Yeah? That's a lot? We'll get one of these then. So, peas for sale. We're gonna get some of these peas. There's some jelly, cheese, milk. That's gonna be nice, fresh milk. And then, of course, there's a lot of eggs here. A lot of these different Amish shops sell a lot of different items. There's vegetables for sale, there's furniture for sale. And we bought so many things from these different shops over the years. It's really how we help save a lot of money by financially supporting the Amish community by just enjoying a lot of their wares at a cheaper price than what you could pay in other stores. Got some jalapeno cheddar, pepper jack, sharp cheddar. Me and your mother been on a hunt for some good cheese. Mild, yummy cheddar. It says yummy in the name. Sharp, yummy. Pure New York maple syrup. That's good. Pure honey. And then some nice jellies. Oh, I should definitely get a couple of these mice to scare the boys. Blakely, you think these will scare your brothers? Who would it scare?
Malachi.
No, I don't want to scare Malachi. He's just a baby.
You think the mouse would scare Matthew? Is he still asleep? Because if he's still asleep, we could buy a couple mice and put on him so he wake up there just be on him. All right, let's get a couple mice. Get like 3. I'm going to get.
Blake,
They're plastic. They're not going to hurt you.
I care.
They're not going to hurt you.
It's not funny.
Blake, go pay for them. Give your daughter.
Get your eyebrows later, please.
Blair, give her the money. Go pay for the 3 mice. Here, Braden.
Laughing about.
Beaver doobie.
Open the box.
That's crazy, but magic.
Okay, don't break it. So the box is one-time use. Now that y'all seen it, you're not gonna be scared of it anymore. But Junior and Gavin have no idea that that's coming for them. So we'll hold on to it. We'll keep the box. Tuck the box under a seat somewhere safe, and then we'll use it. We'll use it on them. Yeah, it all looks so much the same down here. You're like, have we been over here before? But a lot of places, you and I, over the last decade when we lived down here, we really did spend a lot of time.
Like the groceries.
When I ran my farm, this is the place that I used to go to get all of my feed. Cow feed, chicken feed, duck feed, everything except for dog food. They sell dog food here. Round bales of hay, all of that was purchased from this particular feed shop. We saved so much money because we did all of our operations with the Amish feed shop. And there are very few people who can garden as effectively as the Amish. I mean, look at this. I see cucumber there. Look at those tomatoes. Everything's in a beautiful straight rows, lined up perfectly. Look at that little patch of strawberries. The Amish, they really know how to, they're just closer to nature than I think many other people are. No, I'll turn it off. Just a second. So we're not going to actually buy any feed today. I don't want to bother these guys. They're all working, but this is where we used to buy feed, 100-pound bags of everything, great prices. The Amish shop here as well. But we don't want to get in the way of people who are actually farming. We're not farming right now, but I just wanted to come down here for nostalgic sake. I spent a lot of time in that barn we just passed picking up hay. But that almost feels like a different life. We will do a lot of this when we get to Arkansas. But right now, we're only about 35 miles south of Washington, D.C. So most people don't understand that the Amish community is just so close to the district and so close to the capital. Driving down here has always been a bit tricky. You have to watch out for the Amish and the buggies. So there's no speed racing on these back roads. You always make sure that you're paying attention because there are Amish on all the roads here. We were driving along and we saw a new market that was not here when we left here 5 years ago. We used to come down here every Saturday to go to the Amish market, buy a lot of like vegetables and flowers and things of that sort, but they got shut down during COVID. It looks like they built this whole new place, which is really beautiful. And we just want to stop in here and check it out. We know tomorrow is going to be popping because tomorrow is going to be Saturday and this is going to be packed, but we'll take a look today. Probably won't make it back down here tomorrow. We're going to go to a market up in DC tomorrow. I'm not catching the smell off of these. I thought cantaloupes were softer.
They're hard. They're hard, and that's why they talk about the whole, like, when you thump it, it should sound like this one's probably.
That one's ready?
Yeah, they just talk about smelling. Looking at all the fruits and vegetables, and it's just bringing back a ton of memories. I used to love coming here when the kids were little, or just because I wanted some like fresh vegetable or fresh fruit. Like they have all the sweet corn that we used to get. I remember we used to buy a ton of sweet corn in the beginning of the season, and then we would shuck it at home and freeze it. It was the best corn, the best.
It may seem a little weird to be so excited about a market like this, but we spent so much time with the Amish market. We were hurt when we left, when they shut it down several years ago, and I'm glad to see us back. Better to have a whole parking lot here. They used to have it in the library parking lot, and that got shut down. And now they have a whole facility here. Man, this is going to be lit in the morning, but we have something else we need to check out. I'm just glad to be able to get down here today. If you want to talk about a juxtaposition of the old and new, look at this EV station here at the Amish market. Really moving forward into the 21st century is the Amish, and this whole southern Maryland, St. Mary's County area is really kind of advanced. I like to see this. I like to see this advancement.
In general, sarcasm from a child to an adult
It's not acceptable.
never.
So this Amish shop is where Blair and I used to buy
all of our spices. You come through the door and it smells like a spice rack in here. This is one of our favorite Amish shops. But this is the aisle I love spending all my time on. Look at this. Old Bay seasoning, chai seeds, whole cloves. Chives, just a phenomenal amount of spices in great quantities. The prices are pretty good, especially considering how much you get. And then this aisle, apple chunks, peach slices, tropical fruit salad, trail mix.
We had several conversations with the Amish today, but out of respect for them and their community, we did not film them or those conversations.
It's telling you, Mackenzie. I know that.
Couch, you never do that.
Say Blakely. Braden. Matthew. Trey.
Hey, Mackenzie. Say hey, Nana.
Hi, Mackenzie. Hey. Pretty girl.
You want to say hi to Nana?
Hey, Percy, how you doing?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm doing well.
Oh, you're just...
Give Nana a hug. You don't have to pick her up.
It's been a while since I picked up a baby.
Oh, no, watch the heel now. Watch y'all on the heel.
Come here. Come here. Okay. You just have to warm up to me, okay? How about that? How about that? You're almost saying what? Junior high.
Junior high? No, he got a ways to go. Middle school.
Okay, middle school. I didn't know what. Okay. Middle school.
Middle school.
Middle school. Sixth, seventh, and
6, 7. I did 6, 7.
After spending the day down in rural Southern Maryland, I figured it'd be cool to come up to DC, you know, just kind of drench myself in urbanism for a little while. And then it was like, okay, what part of DC would you want to go to? What area kind of resonates urban? And I was like, you know what area looks really good is DC Chinatown. It doesn't get enough respect. A lot of people don't even know that it's here. But DC has a really cool Chinatown. It used to be one of my favorite places to hang out. There's so many great places down here to eat. We wanted to get some food, but we're looking to see what we want to get. It's about 10 o'clock right now. It's getting a little late, but there's a lot of places still open here in the district. It's always a vibe here, but you know what? I'm a little surprised. Normally when I'm in this area, it's a little bit more people out. It's a beautiful night. It's almost like 10 o'clock. It's a Friday night. The weather's perfect. It's nice. It's warm. And yeah, I'm not trying to say that there's not people out, but when I've been out here before, there would be 2 to 3 times the amount of people out here. But at the same time, you know, I haven't been in the DC area for a while, so maybe this area isn't as popping with the locals as it used to be. It's still a favorite area for me, but you know, like I said, maybe it's just not as popular as it used to be. There's a place called 90-Second Pizza. They're giving out free slices of pizza. I've never had free slices of pizza to sample before. It's pretty cool to see like Chick-fil-A with the Chinese writing on the name. There's a lot of great places down here, but the 90-second pizza, I think that kind of grabbed our attention. Can they actually make a pizza in 90 seconds? That's a minute and a half. And then do you want a pizza that's made in 90 seconds? I don't know. But we're gonna try it. That free slice kind of caught my attention. We'll give it another slice or two, see what it tastes like. Okay, they have a pretty broad selection. A lot more pizzas on the menu than I thought. I feel as though if you're going to test out a new pizza place, you always do it the same way, and that is by getting the pepperoni. Pepperoni is the global standard for pizza. If they can't make a pepperoni, they can't make anything else. But that sausage and peppers look good. We're trying to get some pepperoni pizzas for the kids, and I just want to see the size of the pizza. Okay, that's what it looks like. So it's a nice 12-inch. I think to cover all the kids, we probably should get 2 of those. So the kids are really excited to see your mom today, and I think so far they seem to have done pretty well with this trip.
Yeah, I think they've been doing really well with the trip so far. The days can be a little bit long, like it feels really long to me, but they held up really well this afternoon.
They did. They did. I mean, they all crashed out now, but again, it would be like normally like 2 in the morning for them. So we ordered this pizza, but they may not eat it until till tomorrow morning.
And we see how having food left around the house works out really well for us, so I say go with it.
Yeah, so we ordered some Chipotle last night, but the kids did not eat any of the Chipotle until today. They all went to sleep. We came back in late last night. So if we order these pizzas, they will definitely eat this tomorrow. And because, it's pizza, it'll still be good tomorrow.
Yeah.
Pizza has a 3 to 4 day shelf life in the fridge, right? So it tastes even better tomorrow.
Yeah, there's definitely some pizzas you want to eat the second day, not the first day. And I can see this one being one of those.
Yeah. This is a style of pizza that I'm a little surprised, like this stove. I didn't really eat much of this style pizza before we moved overseas to the UK. And I guess it's the fact that the lady's literally standing outside giving away free slices of pizza on the curb that lured us in.
She really did kind of lure us in with that, so good on her. That's good advertising, y'all. Good.
Free pizza is good advertising.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, look at that. This hangs Rocket Bar. Man, it sounds lively in there, but I got pizzas outside and kids waiting, so we may try to make it back by sometime during this week. But Rocket Bar, that looks really engaging. DC has always been such a vibrant city to me. It's not the most exciting city to come to in the U.S. I mean, they would probably go to like Vegas or Miami, but it's a great city because there's so much culture here, especially with the food. There's a lot of great food options in this city. So if you're a bit of a foodie, then DC really kind of fits the bill there. It's a fairly safe city. Like, I don't feel unsafe being out here at night. I love we got out to the National Mall at night. We may do that on a different night, but just DC in the summer is a vibe. Now in the wintertime, this is not a great place to be. I lived here for like 16 years, so I don't like it in the winter, but DC in the summer with these nice warm nights, it just feels so great being out in the city at nighttime in this nice warm summery temperature. It just feels good. It's a great place to be. It's a great city. It's a good city. I lived here for a long time. I enjoyed living in DC the whole time I was here. I never got tired of the city. I just wanted something new for my life. I didn't want to live my entire adult life in one city. I was like, as good as it is, I know that there's more out there. And that's kind of the thought process that led to me and Blair saying, let's go somewhere else. We weren't unsuccessful here. We were very successful in the DMV. That's the DC. It's a DC, Washington, D.C., Maryland, Virginia's DMV. So we were very successful here. We had a beautiful home and kids and everything, but we kind of wanted a little bit more out of our life and instead of just saying, hey, okay, this is really good, let's just stick with it. We said, this is really good, what else can we do? I don't want to get to the end and say, oh, I wish I did more. I want to get to the end and say, I enjoyed everything that I did. Even if I didn't enjoy it, I took chances, I took risks, I did more. So I'm very happy with how things have progressed up to this point. Moving over to the UK has been really one of the best decisions of my adult life. It has really expanded us so much and kind of opened us up to new things and new opportunities and just so many new places I never heard of before. Things I never would have ever considered. Scotland was never on my list of places to visit. Wales, never on my list of places to visit. But both of them have been phenomenal. England has just been great. I've enjoyed the UK way more than I ever would have anticipated before moving there. So I'm really glad to be there. It does feel good to be back in the US, right? But I'm noticing things are quite more expensive here than when we left. We just got 2 bubble tea drinks. In the UK, they've probably been like £12. Over here, it's like $25 for 2 drinks, and that's pricey. So inflation is pretty bad here right now, but we'll suffer through it, at least for the time that we're here. And we won't do this every night. We just can't afford it, but it's our first night here. Just want to kind of get out and enjoy it a little bit more. So Blair's mom is waiting with the kids. I want to hang out a little bit more, but at the same time, I recognize she's kind of held hostage with the kids. Although they're all asleep, she's probably asleep with them by now. I don't know. I want to go up to Adams Morgan to see if it's any more lively up there than it is here. There's another area I used to hang out at near the zoo. I used to go up there all the time. But I don't think, there we are, this vehicle. But I'm not going to do that tonight. We just don't have the time. And then everyone's a little tired. They're still jet lagged. For some reason, I don't appear to be as jet lagged as everyone else. Blair was out cold just a few minutes ago. She's been kind of dozing off. Yeah, you. She's been kind of dozing off for the last few hours. So we're just going to get some food. We have this pizza, but Blair's mom wants to get something different. I think she's asked for like some Middle Eastern food. So we're going to run over there. That place is 24 hours. I think it may close for like 1 or 2 hours, like between 3 and 5 a.m. but we're gonna go pick up some food for her and then head back. I always feel like Europe is a little more advanced in the US when it comes to architectural design. Like UK and Europe in general is willing to be a little more artistic. But this little block, this little section right here, this area has kind of grabbed my eye from an artistic perspective. I'm like, okay, symmetry and whatever that is, Rubik's Cube hanging there from the ceiling. And then you have the skywalk above. So in this one little section, I said, okay, this is a aesthetically pleasing block. Blair just saw this family with all these kids out walking around on the streets at like 11 o'clock at night. And she said, why are my kids out the car? And it's not her kids. Those are not our children. Those are other people's children. But I respect the fact that they out here at this time of night. This just kind of shows you that the city is, especially this section of the city, is pretty safe. There are a couple places I can go that I know about that I wouldn't be out here at this time of night. But in this area, like this downtown area, and yes, in the U.S. it's called more downtown than city center. In this area, it's pretty good. It's pretty safe. People with the kids out. Again, I love DC in the summer. It's really warm. Of course, everywhere we're going to go on this whole trip is going to be warm. Let my seat back too. If there was an overall theme for today, it would be nostalgia. This has just been a whole day of us going back to some of our places and doing some things that we used to do all the time. Just like now, we're going to Kebab Palace, which is a place that we've eaten at so many times. 2, 3 in the morning, and you're hungry, and you want some good food, you go to Kebab Palace. It's a Middle Eastern blend between Turkish, Afghan, Persian. It's all just blended in together and produce a really wonderful dishes. You know, it's just a great place to eat. We've been eating here for years. This is what Blair's mom fell in love with, and so she's asked us to come get some of this for her tonight. You don't have to worry about what time you get here because I just saw it on the sign. They are 24 hours. So part of the mystique of this place is the multiculturalism, and I know that those terms are not popular with a lot of people, but there's a lot of multicultural diversity in this place. You can tell by the stickers that's on the walls. You can read some of them, but BLM, free certain groups, right beside the, one supporting police, love. It's just such a eclectic and diverse clientele that really enjoys this food. We've been in here so long, I'm starting to feel like I'm planting roots. I also am kind of brushing up on my Arabic. I feel like we've been in here for an hour. I forget how long it takes to get food out of here.
I want half of the rice, and if you want maximum 2 more items. 49 if you want. And 49. No, that's not fair. That's what he told me.
So there was a lady in there as we were trying to get our food, and she was arguing with the staff. She's saying she ordered more, and they're saying, well, you got what you paid for. And she's like, no, he told me I could get more. And personally, I feel like she was hustling a little bit. She was hustling. I know she was hustling.
There was a sign up that said you could only get 2 vegetables, or if you wanted like lamb curry or anything else on the side, that you had to pay extra for that.
And that's why the staff kept saying, hey, read the sign. But she was like, no, they told me she was hustling, because even as we were leaving, she was over there digging through her bags again. And I wouldn't be surprised if she didn't try to pull a double whammy and go back and say, oh, well, you didn't give me enough of this. Straight hustler. I know hustlers. Everyone knows hustlers. Half the staff, the older guys, they didn't play. They knew she was hustling. But one of the younger guys was like, no, just go ahead and give it to her. And the older guy was like, hey, this is not fair. And I agree, it's not fair. Don't give in to hustlers. So this is finishing day 2. And I'll say, I think day 2 was good. I've enjoyed myself a lot today. It was very nostalgic, as I said earlier.
And that kind of was the theme for today. I will admit, though, that we may have pushed a little bit too hard. The kids, we probably did a little more with them today than they probably could handle, considering that they hadn't fully adjusted to this time zone. I mean, I'm more used to going back and forward, so it didn't affect me as much. But the kids, it seemed to be pretty hard on them today. So I think I'm going to take it easy tomorrow. I still have some great things planned. I want to go out. There's a couple markets I want to go to, but I may tone it down a little bit as we head towards the afternoon or towards the evening, just so I'm not pushing them too hard. I don't want the experience to be unpleasant because they're still adjusting and, jet lagged. But I do want to continue to push and continue to have, good experiences. So we'll see what tomorrow brings. I have a few ideas planned. I'll dial it back, but I still want to get out there and enjoy myself. Hey, if you like this content, be sure to like and subscribe. Follow along. This is 20 days across America. This is ending day 2, and I will see you again tomorrow.